In the last video, we stood beside a forge. We watched cold steel become a sword beneath the rhythm of hammer and fire. The lesson wasn't really about metal, it was about us. That we become who we are through discipline, through effort, through choosing day after day to shape ourselves. But a sword isn't forged so it can remain in the fire forever. It is forged to be carried into the world. And that raises a question. If you're always preparing for tomorrow, when do you ever experience today? Few figures have been misunderstood quite like Dionysus. Most people know him simply as the god of wine, and while that isn't wrong, it's incomplete. Dionysus ruled over celebration, music, theater, dance, and community. He reminded people that life wasn't only about surviving, it was about experiencing. His festivals gathered strangers into families, actors into storytellers, neighbors into friends. For a brief moment, everyone remembered what it felt like to simply be alive. That wasn't considered weakness, it was sacred. But Dionysus has another face. Every gift carries a shadow. Celebration can become escapism. Pleasure can become addiction. Freedom can become recklessness. Instead of helping us experience life, it begins helping us avoid it. That's the misunderstanding. Dionysus doesn't ask us to numb ourselves. He asks us to wake up, to taste the meal, hear the music, feel the warmth of the sun, notice the breeze, laugh until your stomach hurts. Wrap your arms around the people you love, and every once in a while, simply stand long enough to remember where your feet are. To be grounded, present, not excess, is where his wisdom lives. The forge taught us to build ourselves. Dionysus asks a quieter question. What are you building yourself for? Imagine spending your entire life sharpening a sword, but never leaving the training yard, never dancing, never creating, never falling in love, never celebrating the victories you worked so hard to earn. Strength without joy eventually becomes another prison. Discipline gives life structure. Joy gives it color. One without the other leaves us incomplete. A meaningful life needs both. Ask yourself, have you mistaken productivity for purpose? Do you celebrate your victories or immediately move to the finish line? When was the last time you laughed without feeling guilty, shared a meal without checking the time, created something simply because it delighted you, grounded yourself in the present moment instead of worrying about the next one? Sometimes becoming your best self means remembering how to enjoy yourself. The sword still hangs at your side. You haven't forgotten your purpose. You haven't abandoned your discipline. Today, you simply chose to raise a cup instead of another obligation. Because life isn't measured only by what we accomplish, it's measured by what we experience, who we love, and what we remember when the work is done. The forge taught us to become stronger. Dionysus reminds us why we wanted that strength in the first place. And soon, our journey will ask something different. Not how to forge the sword, not how to celebrate with it, but how to know when it's finally time to return it to its sheath. Until then, when life asks something of you, choose wisely. Sometimes the right answer is to pick up the hammer. Sometimes it's to raise a cup. Knowing the difference may be one of the greatest forms of wisdom. Until next time, this has been Arcana Unveiled.